What's good in here? You are in for a treat, so just in case you forgot your tickets to Carnegie Hall, your tickets for Alvin Ailey, we brought it right here to you in orange. So let's clap it up for our entertainment tonight. Absolutely, absolutely. You are in for a treat, I promise you that. But before we get into tonight's festivities, we ask that you have all your cell phones on silent so we can all just be in this atmosphere together along with our friends and families that are watching through the live stream. So I'll give you your moment right now to silence all the phones. It can wait, I hope. All right. So up tonight, first, we have our very own Mr. Sam Etienne, and he will be playing our Negro National Anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing. So we ask you to stand for the playing of Lift Every Voice and Sing tonight. All right, let's give it up for Mr. Sam Etienne. Always, always, always a pleasure. So I am Marielle Johnson, and I will be your MC for the evening, helping you, travel along this journey that we are taking you on. So we're going to have, once again, as I said, we're going to have a great time tonight. As you know, this is an annual event. If you don't know, this is an annual event. And we have not been in this space in person together like this since 2019. So it just warms my heart to see everyone here. It's just such a beautiful, beautiful space, a beautiful feeling. Just having, just human interaction, with your mask or without your mask. It's just good to have everybody in this place together. Now, tonight's theme is, if you can see on your programs, remembering Rosa, but also remembering Robeson, Paul Robeson, our state hero in history. So we're gonna have some remarks on his visit to Orange. We're gonna have some remarks by Mindy Fully Love. Let's encourage her as she comes. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up.
Hi, everybody. It is great to be here. In 2019, we were here to celebrate the anniversary, the 400th anniversary of the landing of the first Africans at Jamestown to be sold into slavery. So that was a very momentous occasion, and we heard some amazing music. It was a great, great, great evening. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about Paul Robeson's visit to Orange, which occurred at my house, and I'm here with my brother Josh, whose middle name is Paul. And his middle name is Paul because our dad met Paul Robeson when he was a young man, had just migrated from the South, as many did in that era. And Paul Robeson had a relative who lived next door to where my dad lived. And so we met him, and then, Paul Robeson was one of the most famous people of the 20th century. And my dad said whenever he would go to his concert and go backstage to say hello, Paul Robeson would just call him over and just treat him with such respect and show his affection and his appreciation for the work my dad was doing as a union organizer. That's the kind of person Paul Robeson was. So my brother said, I don't want to come up with you because I don't actually really remember what happened on that momentous day, but there's one thing he does know about. Do you want to say what it was?
Music?
No.
Well, let me see. I know he sang Joshua Fit the Battle of Jericho. And pardon my deep voice, I'm not Paul Robeson, but I do have the middle name Paul. Anyway, and that was beautiful, they say. And my mom told me the story many times, and my dad. And of course, this is during the McCarthy era, so he couldn't get a job anywhere. People don't know how much Paul Robeson sacrificed to keep the integrity and honor of what he was representing as an American and as a black American who fought for freedom for all people of all colors. So it was a pretty amazing and tough period for him to go through. So it was nice that my parents raised money for him by giving these, I don't know if you call it like a brunch or a lunch, and people would come and play horseshoes and donate. And basically the community helped hold Paul up when he was going through the roughest time of his life because they reneged his passport. They canceled his passport. But anyway, so he also sang to me in Russian and Chinese, they say. And I wish I could have it all on video because what can I say? I'm anointed. So, there was a whole committee of people in Essex County, Orange, around New Jersey that, we said, Paul Robeson is our native son, so let's organize some concerts. And they went to churches and union halls, all kinds of places, and tried to get them to be venues for Paul Robeson. But what would happen is the FBI would come behind them and would tell the churches, if you let Paul Robeson sing here, you'll lose your nonprofit status, or other things, ways in which the FBI would destroy them if they let Paul sing. So he was just forbidden to have a career, and they'd taken his passport so he couldn't go overseas. This is the most famous person in the 20th century that they're treating him this way. So my parents and this committee organized this barbecue, they called it the Homecoming Barbecue, in our backyard. And he came, and it was amazing. And I was a little bit older, so I remember a little bit about how amazing it was. And you can see a picture of me with my best friend Sally hugging Paul Robeson, and that's me with Paul Robeson, very precious. I also wanted to share this photo of another event, which sort of the beginning of the McCarthy era in 1949. Paul Robeson was scheduled to do a concert north of Peekskill. And basically, the right wing rioted and said, the same way they did at the Capitol, and said he couldn't sing.
So he went back, basically, all these men here are veterans of World War II, all the services. And they went with him to protect him so that he could sing. So our parents were there, and it was very scary trying to get out after the concert. So, you know, people—
they were stoning them.
They were stoning them, yeah.
Yeah.
They made my mom like lie down on the floor of the car so she wouldn't get stoned. You know, people who stand up for rights, people who are outspoken critics of the system, people who have led this fight over all these hundreds of years have had a very tough time, but they always say that the way they survived was because all of us as a community had their back. We stood by them. And so I think Paul Robeson's, you know, coming here to Orange was part of that, was part of the community just saying, don't worry about the man, we love you. So that's what we have to keep doing.
Isn't that beautiful? History right here in this beautiful city of Orange. Absolutely beautiful. Now we will be having a word from our superintendent of schools of Orange Public Schools, Dr. Fitzhugh, coming this way. So let's clap it up as he comes.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. So tonight is a really special evening. We have some of our friends that are from all parts of Orange. So I would love to give our senior citizens a big round of applause. I want to thank you for being here with us this evening. Let's give our friends from Orange a round of applause. We salute you. To the University of Orange, the work is never done. We do some really great partnerships with the University of Orange and also the Ebenezer Baptist Church. And to that end, on behalf of my administration and the Board of Education, I'd like to say thank you so very much. Always is important to acknowledge our Board of Education members. Ms. Graves Sandy, if you could stand, please. Ms. Graves Sandy's in the back. Mr. Derek Henry, he's also a graduate of Orange High School. Mr. Henry. So to our scholars, you see that we have to pay it forward, right? So Mr. Henry was a graduate, now he's a sitting board member, and he's helping create policy for the school district to make the district move into greatness. So Mr. Henry, thank you. Ms. Graves Sandy, thank you for both of your leadership on behalf of the Board of Education. To all of our nominees this evening, also our students who are performing, just wait, folks. It's going to be a great activity to see the kids perform tonight. So I'm looking forward to seeing our scholars show their best when they're up here and also telling a very important story. So as I close, I would like to share with each of you that Paul Robeson has though Rosa Parks, we know a lot about Rosa Parks, and Rosa Parks was instrumental in a lot of great work in this nation. But when I went to college, there was a floor called the Paul Robeson floor at Rutgers University. And I had the opportunity to live on the Paul Robeson floor for 2 years at Rutgers University, which gave me the opportunity to learn about his life and legacy. So this evening, I asked that folks sit back, relax a bit. We'll be here for a bit. And so we have the opportunity to learn about two great scholars, two great resilient warriors of American history. Rosa Parks, right? Do we agree? Right? And also Paul Robeson. And to our staff folks who are in the building, particularly our principal of Central Elementary, Denise White, I'd like to thank you for being here this evening. Ms. White is in the back. Also, I know that Ms. Singleton is part of the University of Orange, but I just would like to say thank you to you for always being a partner and a trailblazer in the work. She didn't want me to say her name, but I said it tonight. So Ms. Singleton, thank you so much. There she is. She's in the red in the back. And last but not least, we always have our jacks of all trades. Ms. Parrish, we can't do any great work without you here at Central, so thank you for all you do for the service of children and staff. Without any further ado, I'm looking forward to seeing the performances. I think we all are ready, right? Let's get a little bit louder. We're ready, right? All righty. We began with some really great history from Miss Fully Love, and I just am, Miss Mindy, I'm so appreciative of all that you have expounded on us this evening. I learned a lot from just your conversation. Wow, wow, wow. Right? And I think it's going to be a really great evening to sit back and learn a bit more about these two great citizens and American warriors. Good evening, Ms. Bell. We have Ms. Bell from Orange High School, mathematics teacher. I'm glad that she's also in the building this evening. And if I missed anyone, I'll be remiss to say I apologize, but I just want to thank all that have come this evening to be part of this great celebration. With that being said, let's get it started.
Now, I told you that if you forgot your tickets for Carnegie Hall, we got you covered. So tonight we have a special performance from dramatic baritone Ronald Campbell, and he will be performing an ode to Robeson. Let's clap it for as he comes. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is such a pleasure and such a, they say, there's no coincidences. They're always, if it's supposed to happen, it's supposed to happen. So I feel most honored and privileged to be here. I have been living in Essex County in Orange, New Jersey for almost 2 years now. I'd like to just give you some background about who I am and what I do. I am a young, mature senior citizen. I live in Oakwood Towers. I'm very proud of it. I'm now 66 years old young. I am a graduate of the Concordia College in Bronxville, New York, which is right outside of New York City, vocal performance. Then I got my master's at Howard University in Washington, D.C. Thank you. My first interaction about Mr. Paul Robeson was at the Unity Church in Washington, D.C. I had a member to come up to me and ask me about doing a tribute to Paul Robeson. I'm like, Paul Robeson, what a great, to come behind someone so great, so magnificent, a great orator, a great Phi Beta Kappa, Shakespearean actor, concert artist, sung in all kinds of language, activist, such a great role model. I'd like to just say before I get into my rendition of what I'm singing for, in tribute to him as well as to you, I had an opportunity when I had finished Howard to go to New York to audition for a theater called the Manhattan Theater. It was a small theater in the Round, and I don't know whether you know what a round is. A round is like a round circle theater. It's just totally round. So your people, the seats are coordinated where they're all around you. You know, you're performing to people in the back, all around in a circle. So I had the opportunity of playing the role that Mr. Robeson made quite famous, Joe. And when I got this role and I went to New York, the people kept asking me, that were the casting people, they said, well, what are your plans for the summer? And I said, well, I'm just gonna be working, auditioning, working. And the guy who's the director just kept asking me, well, would you be available to sing the part of Joe? And I said, as available as possible. So I was very, very grateful to have this opportunity to do this. Every night, I got a standing ovation. Every single night, I got a great review out of the Chatham newspaper. I don't know how many people know about where Chatham is. It's a small town way upstate New York near Tanglewood. If you heard about Tanglewood, you know, that's Leonard Bernstein, the Boston Symphony Orchestra performs there. You have all your, now I think it's jazz, it's still opera, it's orchestral. Quite a few people have performed there. So I was very elated when I had this opportunity. So make this long story short, I want to do Paul Robeson's signature Old Man River for you on this evening. Thank you for allowing me to come and do this for you. Thank you, Orange. You never know, they say, My voice teacher lives in New York. I do mostly all of my singing still in the Philadelphia area. So this is, so to speak, my debut for you and for the community. Thank you so much. There's an old man called the Mississippi. That's the old man that I like to be. What does he care if the world's got trouble? What does he care if the land ain't free? Don't look up and don't look down. Your dance does make the rich profound. Bend those knees, bow your head. You pull that rope on until you're dead. Let me go away from the Mississippi. Let me go away from the rich man paws. Show me that stream called the River of Jordan. That's the old stream that I long to cross. Oh, man river, that old man river, he must know something, but can't say nothing. He just keeps rolling. He keeps on rolling along. He don't plant taters. He don't plant cotton. And them that plant 'em is soon forgotten. But oh, man river, he just keeps rolling along. You and me, we sweat and strain, patio wrecking and wreck with pain. Tote that barge, lift that bell, you get a little drunk and you land in jail. Eyes get weary and sick of trying. I'm tired of living and scared of dying. But old man river, he just keeps rolling along.
Now, you heard him say that his debut was right here in Orange, right here in Orange. So special things happen every day. All right, let's clap it up for our baritone. Yes, yes, yes. All right, we have another special guest here. We're going to have some remarks by the Honorable Mayor Warren. Let's clap it up as he comes.
Good evening, good evening. I don't want to stop the program. I was going to be the backup singer, but you saw how first class we got. I'm glad we had his baritone voice come through. Took you back to Paul Robeson. I do want to say welcome on behalf of the City of Orange Township, but I want our young people especially to know that both Rosa Parks and Paul Robeson did not intend to go out and change the world. They just intended to go out and do well at what they were doing. They intended to just go out and do excellence in what they were doing. It just so happens that they married excellence with tenacity and with a heart to serve people. And so we got nothing out of that. Know that these two warriors had a heart to serve the people, but they used all the talents they had to make the world change. And so we're looking for all of that from you as well. Thank you and welcome.
Next, I will be presenting to you Dr. Kamani Gibson. Oh, yes, yes, clap it up. We like that. All right, and he will be reading the speech to the National Negro Labor Council. by Paul Robeson.
So, slight change. I will not be reading the speech. I think we've had enough talking and we want to get back to some great music, just like we were treated to by Ronald Campbell. So thank you again for that wonderful selection. I'm just going to talk really briefly about Paul Robeson. Dr. Mindy Foley-Love has already given you the personal history of his connection to Orange. And as a young person, you're in New Jersey, you're in Essex County, you learn about Paul Robeson, you learn about what he did and everything like that. But it took me going to graduate school to actually learning how much he really did in the broader world, right? So he was traveling across the world, traveling to London, traveling to Paris, meeting people from other countries in Africa and the Caribbean and Asia. And he started to notice something that was going on across the world. All these people from these places of color were facing a lot of similar problems that African Americans were facing in the US, in the South. They were facing oppression, they were facing racism, they were facing white supremacy, and they were fighting for the right to self-determine in the midst of all of this. So when he comes back to the US, he brings this new knowledge with him, and he starts talking about how the plight of the African American is also connected to the plight of the person in Africa, in Mexico, in the Philippines. Of course, this brings the ire of the government at the time. You know everything about McCarthyism and things of that nature. But he was not ashamed or afraid to still speak out, to the point where they blacklisted him and he wasn't getting jobs and he had his passport revoked. But he still kept talking. He came here in 1956 during this time when he was blacklisted. And the reason I'm talking about all of this and how I learned about this through my studies in my PhD program, it's because so often in this current moment in our life, we all feel disconnected from all these different groups of people because we're fighting to survive independently. And we think that I need to take care of me and mine first before I can care about someone across the street. But something that Paul Robeson teaches us is that it's through solidarity that we are able to fight and to be stronger and to be able to work together. So as things are going on across this country, you may think, oh, I'm struggling to pay my rent, I'm struggling to put food on my table for my children. But you can also think someone else is probably feeling the same way or dealing with the same issues across the world. And it's not because of a lack of trying or a lack of desire, but what does this mean if we can start connecting these two people together and fighting for the same solutions that we all need in our life? And I think that's one of the things that I want to impart to you, thinking about how Paul Robeson was all about solidarity and building these bridges between people, regardless of where they're from, regardless of how their lives may be different. Because he knew ultimately it's only through solidarity that we are able to move forward as a society and as a world. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, now we have a special performance by the dance ensemble at Rosa Parks Community School, our very own. So clap it up for our students. Oh, no. We can do better than that. Clap it up for our students. All right.
Has its ups and downs. Turn your pretty face into an ugly frown. Seems that when I fix one thing, another one comes, clouding up my vision. But I can feel the sun. I believe that I can do this. I know that I can win, just as long as I have His love within.
Do you believe? All right, all right. Powerful, powerful performance from the dance ensemble at Rosa Parks Community School. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Those are our babies right here in Orange doing amazing things. Awesome, awesome. So we're going to have a little transition here. And we're going to have a little transition here, so I want you to stay tight. We're still going to have a good time. But in the meantime, we are going to be honoring some local community organizers. Even though this event is, themed after remembering Paul Robeson, but how many of you know that we have people that are doing amazing things in the city of Orange right here today in 2022? How many of you know that? All right, all right, all right. So, I would like to call Molly and Zaki to the stage. Oh, let's clap it up. Everyone is going to get encouraged here tonight to be presenting award to our first honoree of the evening.
Good evening.
Thank you.
I am Molly Rose Kaufman, Director of the University of Orange.
Hello, and I'm Zaki Michael, Community and Program Organizer for the Hub. And we're so excited and happy for you all being here tonight at our Remembering Rosa, Remembering Robeson community concert event.
The University of Orange is a free school. This city is our university, and we say that everyone has something to teach and everyone has something to learn. To graduate from the University of Orange, and you can earn a B free, we ask that you take 2 courses, volunteer, attend a city meeting, have fun with your neighbors, and vote in any form of election. We also give another degree, the honorary doctorate. Our honorary doctorates are given to thank people whose exemplary service to the community teaches us all the standard by which we should live. Past recipients include Orange's first African-American elected official, Ben Jones, author and activist Maggie Thompson, the Hub's founding manager and director, Charlie Wyrene, educator and activist Queen Mother Amaku.
We will be presenting 4 honorary doctorate degrees this evening. We are so honored to bestow our first set to Virgilio and Rosanna. As organizers ourselves, sometimes we are driven by anger, but we must be remembered to be guided by love. These 2 exemplify the ways we must care and fight for one another. Rosanna and Virgilio are co-executive directors at the Laundry Workers Center, an organization dedicated to improving the lives and working conditions of low-wage laundry, warehouse, and food service workers in New York City and New Jersey. These members primarily are low-income immigrants, workers who believe in social and economic justice. Laundry Workers Center provides comprehensive trainings to build leadership, skills, and political power. They bring to mind the words of Paul Robeson. The faces and the tactics of the leaders may change every 4, every 2, or 1 year, but the people go on forever.
The people, beaten down today, yet rising tomorrow, losing the road 1 minute, but finding it the next. Their eyes always fixed on a star of true brotherhood, equality, and dignity. The people are the real guardians of our hopes and dreams.
So without further ado, let's give it up for Rosanna and Virgilio, our first recipients of the night.
And it says, University of Orange, Orange's Free School of Restoration Urbanism, confers this honorary doctorate on Virgilio Aran and Rosanna Rodriguez for their organizing and advocacy for the working people of Orange, Essex County, New Jersey, and beyond. the set change is done.
Let's give it up for our first honorees of the evening. Congratulations, and thank you for all you do here in Orange. All right, so we are ready for another special performance by the Ebenezer Baptist Church Ensemble under the direction of Winston Nelson Sr. and Salim McLean. Let's clap it up for them as they come. Give it up for Ebenezer Baptist Church Choir. And I hope you noticed in the corner we had a young drummer. Let's give it up for Winston Jr. Yes. Amazing, amazing, amazing. We're going to continue with our program. We have more honorees this evening. I would like to call forward Mr. Derek Henry, presenting our next award for this evening. Yes, yes, let's clap it up as he comes.
Good evening, all. This evening, I am esteemed and humbled to present honorary doctorate to our next recipient. Her length of service to the school district is probably longer than I have lived. This person is an element unto themselves. She is as quiet as air. She is as powerful as water. She is resilient as earth, and she is determined as fire. In all of her time in the district, she's been through many schools, influenced many generations, and she has been active in the district and the city. I believe that she has even been a council candidate once upon a time or twice, while I was, somewhere in middle school or high school, but I digress. I don't want to be too oratorical, and while I can't give her the sermon that she deserves, it would be a disservice to give her a game show, come on down. I wish that she was here this evening. However, I understand that she was either en route or she is hampered by an injury somewhat. However, I'm going to ask Dr. Fitzhugh to accept this person's honorary degree until we can or I can present it to her in person, along with the roses and accolades this person deserves. I'm going to stand back because this is more important than me. I present to some, but introduce to all, including myself, Dr. Gloria Stewart. Thank one and all. We're good? Yeah, actually.
All right, let's clap it up for our honoree. So for the last honoree of this evening, it really gives me great pleasure to present this individual. I have had the pleasure and the privilege of working with Mr. Sem Etienne for 9 years here in Orange. Yes, let's clap it up. And what's so beautiful, we've worked alongside each other putting on programs in Orange and all of these things. But what is so beautiful is he is a product of the Orange Public School District. And, oh no, we love that. So we clap that up as well. A product of the Orange Public School District. And what's so beautiful about that is that he came back home. So these past 9 years, he's been home. And in addition, you heard him play this evening. He was the first one to play on his trumpet. Learned that here, right here in Orange. And is still playing around, a professional trumpet player, just absolute, one of the best. And what's so beautiful about that is that he gives that and he sows that same gift into our children right here in Orange. So if you're walking around here on Main Street and you see students walking around with their first instrument case, that was Mr. Sem Etienne. He gave them their first opportunity to play an instrument. And It's a beautiful, now the structure has changed. Rosa Parks, they start at an older grade. However, from some students, he had them from kindergarten, and they stayed with him all the way through 7th grade, learning the fundamentals of music, musicianship, learning how to read their notes, giving them their first recorder. How many of you had a recorder when you were growing up? Yes, you remember. Bringing them to their instruments, but then not only teaching them the beauty of music that he learned right here in Orange, but teaching them how to be professional. I love to always call his band the baddest band in the land, because when you see the Rosa Parks Community School bands, you see excellence, you see determination, you see precision, and that does not just take place when you come to the concerts. And the concerts are wonderful, they are fabulous, I've been to many of them. But there's something that's happening in the classroom where the kids, they just keep on coming back. They keep on coming back. When I worked with him in Rosa Parks, there would be a line of young people waiting for him to make it to this room so they can get on their instruments. Just waiting for him and waiting for him every day after school. Didn't even matter what was going on outside. They wanted to be in that room with Mr. Etienne. And what's a beautiful thing is I also had the opportunity to move from Rosa Parks to Orange Prep. And the students that he started them on their first instrument, they stayed on their first instrument, and they were the same kids going to the band rooms, like, where's the band room, where's this? And they're still performing with the same excellence and determination that they learned from Mr. Etienne. So I just want to say that Paul Robeson, before he became everything that we knew that he was a student. And he was a music student at that. And so in addition to the music studies that are happening in the class and all the formal education and summative assessments and all of these things, there is something else that is happening there that the students, they want to continue to get more of. They are encouraged. Now, Mr. Etienne is a man of very, very few words. However, when you see him with those children, he is a different person. He gives them everything that they need so they can shine. So it gives me the utmost pleasure and just pride to present tonight's award to Mr. Sem Etienne. Clap it up as he comes.
Thank you. Soundbox. Thank you.
All right, let's give it up for all of our honorees this evening. Like I tell you, amazing things are happening here in the city of Orange every day. So make sure that you are doing your part to become a part of it, all right? Promise? All right, that's what I like to hear. All right. So we have made it close to the end, but it's not quite done yet. We have another performance, and this is a special performance. This is a combined performance from the wonderful Ebenezer Baptist Church Choir and our Orange High School student choir, well, our students, the choir, under the direction of Mr. Michael Hayden. So let's clap it up as they come, encourage them. This is our community right here. This is home, Orange. All right, all right. All right, we didn't want to leave this evening without giving everybody the opportunity to participate. So impromptu choir rehearsal. I want you to repeat after me. Say, I pray for you. You pray for me. I love you. I need you to survive. I won't harm you with words from my mouth. I love you. I need you to survive. It is His will that every need be supplied. You are important to me. I need you to survive. All right. So this is how it goes, all right? So listen to me. I pray for you, you pray for me. I love you, I need you to survive. I won't harm you with words from my mouth. I love you, I need you to survive. I pray for you, you pray. Come on, everybody. I love you, I need you. I won't harm you with words from my mouth. I love you, I need you. I think we got it.
I pray for you, you pray for me. I love you, I need you to survive. I won't harm you with words from my mouth. I love you, I need you to survive. I pray for you, you pray for me. I love you, I need you.
Woo, wasn't that amazing? Give it up for the choir. Give it up for our speakers. Give it up for all of our performers tonight. Give it up for our dancers, our directors. It's been lovely spending this time with you all tonight. Just letting you know that you can find us on Facebook, University of Orange. You can find us on Instagram. Tonight was live stream, so if you want to just experience this over and over and over, and you can watch it as many times as you want, right on Facebook. Just letting you know that tonight we are going to continue the fellowship that we had in this space together. We're going to continue it in this building some more right out there. We have some cookies on the way out, so we hope everyone can enjoy, and we hope that everyone just has a safe and joyous holiday season and a prosperous new year. Thank you for coming and enjoying Remembering Rosa, Robeson tonight. Thank you.